Do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now it's Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kaepernick, they're going for it on 4th. Forced out to his left. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Big play there. 51 yards. And the Eagles have struck first in this NFC title game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They're trying to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. Henry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 61 yards rushing now as he's looked good here in this opening quarter of the NFC Championship. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick eluding the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Now this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a 1st down.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. He finds his man, complete. That's Murray. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Now Kaepernick. And he's going to be sacked. He's sacked right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll get this to his running back, Calais. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have had a few men in the box there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Jackson's throw there taken in by Smith. And he's taken down inside the 30. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Kaepernick going to throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And goes down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw, Kaepernick. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. A run with Lindsay out of the gun. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Jackson now. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun, it's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Throwing deep for Murray. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get in for the 2 points. So that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. It's Charles. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And bulldozing his way through the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Derrick Henry, 56 yards.
And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Charles. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another run by Lindsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Hassan Reddick
With a big-time sack on third down, it's a loss of 7. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. This is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And the busy night for Henry continues. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers have taken the lead here now in the 4th quarter of this championship game. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run here with Lindsey, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 41, Jackson, he's got Rager. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Jackson. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
On first down. Lindsey. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And it all rides on this one play, a trip to the Super Bowl in the balance here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Throwing, Jackson. They'll find Lindsey here. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Jackson. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I are going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
As the game is 7, brings up 2nd and 3.
Henry again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble and gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. First throw of overtime for Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 107 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a handoff to Gainwell, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the Magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year.
Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy